If you don't let it be, it won't matter to me in the slightest. Can you hear this? The only thing that would matter to me is the truth of us together, not your falsity. However you look at that, I'm really not concerned. I promise you there's no such thing as separate personality, which is obviously where you have the conflict. If you think that there are really separate identities with separate names, this association has a name, he actually believes that other associations around him also have names. You see? And are separate from him. As your mind emerges, the idea of separate name associations will become absurd to you. Yes. The idea that there would actually be in this room everyone with a separate identity is absolutely meaningless. How are you ever going to communicate? You're designed in separation not to communicate. Remember, though, that if you give that separate association a separate identity, that becomes you in your own split mind. Yeah. And you communicate with nothing but yourself. That's funny? This is 136. You're getting back exactly the thought that you put out with your body mind. Okay? That is not communicating. How can the healing occur? It can't. It can't. What you'll try to do is heal the effect. Healers, you'll try to heal the effect. Yes. If you give the effect reality, it cannot be healed because it is not real. Okay? Because it's the effect of your causeless mind. Come on. If you attempt to heal the object that's outside of you, forgetting that you are the cause of it, you can change the effect that's apparently out there, all right? But only in accordance with what you want that to be in your own misassociation. It's called unhealed healing. An unhealed mind will heal to the extent of its own unhealedness. Is there an advantage to that? Each one chooses his own teacher. If you've chosen this, you cannot fail. You'll be in the kingdom because I'm not giving you any choices. This is the end of the line. This is where you come and say, everything I've done has been futile. I have no choice in this matter. Literally. You can choose if you want to, but it'll have no effect on me at all. I'll still tell you choose again. If I tell you choose again, you like the practice of choosing, which is nonsense. Right. The practice of choosing is always nothing in death, because all practice is nothing in death. The idea of practice is absurd. It's the idea that a partial goal can be reached. It's the idea that there are separate goals, and I can get this one and then get another one. Yet the power is only in your own mind each moment to be whole with your own self in that reassociation. Will that change your body association? Sure. Or not? No, it won't. What do you want? Well, I'm going to stay here long enough to accomplish this. Accomplish what? Your function is to get the hell out of here. I'm going to give you the sentence from the car. You don't kid me about the necessity to retain your identity and pretend you're doing something here. That's just the mechanism. Are you ready to hear that? This is real. But it's too late. I got you trapped now because you're here with us doing this. Ha ha, I watched you do that in your mind. You trapped me, right? You sure did. I'm caught. You reduced me to your own crap. You've given me that reality here. You've given this reality, and you're absolutely right. Now, how can I help you? Huh? How can I help you? You've already reduced me. This is of course a miracle. Yes. You've already judged me.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh.
Huh?
Yes.
Now you can dictate to me the terms on which you'll accept the miracle.
Yes.
Get the hell. I really need that. There's no sense in coming to me. There are no terms to this. This is unconditional surrender. If love is unconditional, so is surrender, which is what love is. Oh, that's lovely. The passionate surrender to God is what unconditional love is. The non-need to hold on to the tension of judgment. I give up. Huh? Do I teach you to give up? That's all I teach. Your unwillingness to give up is what keeps you, obviously, is what sickness is, isn't it? It's the retention of your own self-identity. Yeah? I'm losing myself. I know. Paul calls that testing the spirit. Huh? You try to carry that outside and wow. First they're suspicious and then look out. There's a defense mechanism built in not to hear this. I'm sure you're aware of it. That's what this place is. This place is not hearing this. The intercession, well, the reason I'm here is you guys are going sideways with it. You ought to see what happens if this hadn't occurred. I looked ahead 1,000 years and just nothing. There's a little slow progress. And everybody's analyzing the associations of what the book said and how wonderful it was that Helen came into this association, even though she's gone. So now we can base all of our miracles on something that's gone away, just much as Jesus Christ is gone. I ain't going to let you do that. All perception is always gone. But that's not to say there's not value in it. Just let the value be whole if the Christ is coming now for you. And if it's not now, of course it never will be. Do you have to include all of yourself in with that? Yeah. How would you not if it's your dream, huh? Let me see here. Let me see here. You put that together and I'll come back. I'll come wherever you're from and do an association with that.
Wow.
There's an associate. You see that? I can do that. If you protect me on it and have no advanced publicity at all. That's called grapevine energy. Because it's too. Otherwise, I won't do it until up in here. But I could do it there, because some of you guys are really going through a lot of changes. And if you'll give me that association, and don't say, here comes a perceptual thing that's going to show us, and then I'll come. Evidently, I'm going to, because I was telling you, it's in your mind that I will do that. But I'm not on the pea and chicken circuit. You know, I'm not going in seminars of comparisons of ourselves. You understand? I'm the only secret that you keep from yourself. You'll notice when you try to go out and describe this that you'll have a good time. Be thankful. If you can describe it, you've got a problem. Some of you, reassociations in late mind energy forms. It's important that you hear this. I'll use Jesus. I'll use a sentence first, and then I'll show you how it works. You can't meet a stranger in that everything is only memory in your mind somewhere. There's obviously in the great rays, there's only 12 great rays in the aspects of consciousness. And everything is in a continual reassociation with itself. That's how you and I know each other so well. We know each other in all aspects of our conflict, and as you emerge in all aspects of our love and reality. This is forgiveness, but boy, is it a high reach of forgiveness, isn't it? It's a loss of our previous harmonious or discordant judgmental associations with each other, which we had identified as love. Which we may well have identified as temporary harmony in our association. I am giving you the final conflict of our minds, of your mind and mine. Why? Our love was based on conflict. Okay. Our love was always based on limited goal association. Our passion was always directed to overcoming a force that was outside of ourselves.
Yeah.
Listen, because that's what special. Everybody hear that? Yeah. That's what special relationships are. Okay, do you hear this? I'm going to give you a high teaching here and see if you can hear it. I led you into this death association. This is why you won't forgive me. It failed. The damn thing, you guys that can hear me, it didn't work. Forgive me. I mean, you and I have charged up the hill for so many times. When Jesus teaches us, some of the time you led up the hill, some of the time I led up the hill. Sometimes we went on explorations and discoveries together. Do you see? Why? We were always seeking happiness, seeking truth, seeking fulfillment, seeking the golden hind, the grail, all of the things that we did together. The Knights of the Round Table, where neither of us would take advantage of the other one. The emergence of a mind that could be a Camelot where we could come together in love and a dedication to this are all part of our association. In that sense, this is the final quest, and we've come together with a determination, okay, that the war is over.
Yes.
But remember, that involves the failure of it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you don't want to forgive me because I'm responsible for you. But I assure you, since I'm willing to assume responsibility, if you will give it to me, I must know that we failed totally. Not that we succeeded. You think that somewhere this worked. It didn't. It was a fiasco. From the very beginning. Our lines of communication were broken. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. And of course, Jesus says nobody knew from that time what the hell was going on. We never could get a straight message. And then our mothership left and just left us here. No wonder we don't have anything to do with God. They deserted us. They left a message for us.
Wow.
But it somehow, I won't talk about that. We missed it anyway. See, that was the step that we took that caused a glitch in time, and that's why we're here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
We had to blame somebody, so they abandoned us here. Wow. Right? Never mind, we got tangled up with the moon maidens when we landed on the planet. Organized, will you? Look what happened. It's the original thought of Eve, isn't it? Tempted down into this.
Wow.
Did that happen? You bet. There's a crossbreed went on from then on that we couldn't get a full focus on as it entered into chaotic association. That's okay. But the call is out now for you. You can hear it. You can hear this, or you couldn't be sitting with me if you couldn't. This call's a call. Okay. Come on home.
Yay.
It's futile. What the hell else would you want to do?
Nothing.
Yeah, this is what this keeps saying again. Take a look at your situation. Well, I'm not doing too bad, some of you say, right? The food. Is this really a wake-up time where you're going to remember to be in heaven? Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that okay?
Yes.
Huh? You better stop holding on to yourself, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
You see?
Yes.
You're the one. It isn't someone else. There's no one keeping you here but yourself, and that's all. You know, finally what you're going to have to do? Trust me in this.
Yes.
You guys are really going to draw attention. The reason you have to trust me is I'm the most distrustful thing that you have. Because I was the one that failed you and caused you to I'll keep circling this for you till you get it. Now you divide up the responsibility and find guilt in all of your own projections. That's finding guilt in your brother. It's the same idea.
Oh, God, thank you.
You understand? Actually, it wasn't me, it was the navigator. You can only name 12 associations. And there were 12 of us. Fine. That's a true statement. We'll come in various associations and share the guilt as we can share the release from guilt. No one can finally do it except by accepting his own whole guilt.
Wow.
He cannot do it any other way.
Yes.
Is there a form of propitiation where you can forgive me totally? Oh, yeah. That's the way I teach it. But at the moment of you total forgiveness, you automatically have assumed full responsibility for it.
Yes.
But it becomes unreal to you. You don't want it anymore. You don't care what the terms of surrender are.
No.
You're absolutely not concerned about it.
Really.
It's an unconditional surrender.
Yes.
Whew, that's a good feeling. The dependency on your own thoughts about the conflict were what kept you in sickness and death.
Yes. Yes.
The sentence in the Course is, your freedom is total dependence on God.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously, God didn't cause this. Is it possible for me to assume full responsibility for this, okay, if you will let me, and guide you on the return journey? Absolutely, positively. It is impossible that I cannot do it. If you will not judge the associations along the way. Because the necessity for the self-identity are to measure yourself in your determination to come whole. And the measurement is false.
Yes, absolutely.
This is right out of chapter 3 of the Code. All of the measurements are false.
Yes.
See, you've never gotten a decent reflection. You lost
right.
it, and it just keeps bouncing back on itself.
Yes.
We have a way out. Thank you. Okay, it's looking real good.
Yay.
What happened is we got it in a what you call a long thread came down. We made it thicker and thicker coming off of this, and it's spreading. This is called the contagion of reality.
Thank you.
It's nothing but thought form anyway. And as you enter into it, Jesus calls it the circle of atonement. Obviously, that portal gets broader and broader because the chaos is less and less. The forms reassociate at higher ranges of recognition of first their individual associations and then their former projected misassociation. And that's what's happening to you.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah. Good to see you, preacher. There's a little testing that will always go on with this at this point. Remember that the teaching must be, what do you have to lose? Then it'll get a lot easier for you.
Really?
This is lesson 130 to 135. What the hell have you got to lose? I'm not going to value what is valuable.
Really?
See? at that moment in this reassociation, that a miracle occurred. And you became whole. Now look how sickness has gone away from you. If you don't have a self-identity, it's coming together in that home.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on the past circumstances. They're already keeping you. Don't use sickness as a verification for your reality.
Yeah.
Every circumstance you give me is going to verify yourself in your own death. Okay. You're always going to say to me, yes, but what about this? You've made an exception. You see? Is that faith? I don't know. Either I'm absolutely totally right about this. This book, me as I sit in my mind, right? That there is only a single whole beautiful mind called God.
Yes.
And there's no conflict, and it's perfect, and it's created you perfectly. Or there is this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a necessity. Because you're here, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
The worlds do not meet. There's no overlap.
No. God.
The overlap occurs in time at the holy instant when your mind reassociates. It has nothing to do with the forms that are brought together in the reassociation. It's a networking of your own mind in a new form. The sentences stay the same, don't they? Those of you who are undergoing this experience of a higher range of harmony will open up the Course in Miracles or anything, or a William Cullen Bryant poem, and you'll read it entirely differently.
Yes.
And it'll be exciting to you that your mind has become creative in this new association. Do you see? See? It won't matter what I would say. You see? This is a new association. And bathed every vein in Schwitzlakur. The droth of March is Paris to the rote, and bathed every vein in Schwitzlakur. This is what's happened. The dryness, Jesus calls it the desert, is your cup is running over with this new essence of love and reality.
Yes.
And smaller foolish make a melodia that sleepeth all the night with open ear. Guys are having trouble sleeping. Some of you, you're hearing all of this harmony going on in your mind. Then long folk to gloom on pilgrimages. You have needs to travel out to Canterbury, perhaps. Seek strange places. You see?
Thank you.
Thanks to Chaucer. This is your mind. You are on a journey. And you do pick up these travelers that are coming with you. It's nice to know. Okay. That's okay. Sure, this should be a little ordeal. We got some blocks and we'll be going through these reassociations in your body. So sickness is a defense against truth. And you're determined to get sick and get old and be in a body. And that's why you stay here and keep from being in heaven. All you have to say is, I have no need of it. I'm not going to do that anymore. The hell with it. Don't try to measure how much the hell with it there is in it. You're bringing in a lot of, many of you that are coming from these other sectors now are bringing in high reassociations of yourself. You're calling a lot of vanguard together. This is very late in time. Well, each one of you is bringing his own whole associations, of course. Okay. The ones that are still in conflict with this message will attack you and say, don't do that. There's another way. And then you test your own astral mind. I can't do anything about that. All I can guarantee you is there's no conflict. There aren't good guys and bad guys here. There's not a better way to do it. There's one way to do it, and that's this way. And that's the conflict. The dark brotherhood must be confronted with it. That's why you don't. It's a loss of duality. You know, that's why the message is coming. You've always tested your love in the Defense Association. In which you've been successful defending yourself, and you call that love. You've been defending yourself against getting sick and dying, you call that happiness, as you succeed in not dying. But how you love death, because death is your final alternative to not being whole. So you have to use that death association all the time, because you love it. You depend on sickness. What if I tell you that you can't be sick? You'll attack me. And you'll prove that I'm wrong. Don't you? How will you prove that I'm wrong, teacher? Remember, I put this on the tape for you yesterday. By staying you and getting sick. You proved it, right? Okay. You see? You're right about it, actually. Didn't you prove it? Okay. You're proving it all the time. You're just sitting there proving that you're right about this. Up till now, you have. Okay. You're getting the result of the necessity for you to prove it, aren't you? What would that result be but finally the deterioration of your own self-association? You admit that to me, yet that's where the insanity begins to appear. Okay. You're searching for something that you're determined not to find. It would have to be so. Because if you really wanted to find it, how would you not find it? Is God lost? Did he go somewhere? Is the whole universe that's all around you, is it somehow you can't get there? Why not? This is a dream of death, dear one. Just a dream of death in your own mind. Let's just jump in. Put a little energy in that for you. You can jump right in if you want. Where's your cup? You come to this association, you're very capable of looking at alternatives. They're just the final one is fearful to you. Because it's the emergence of your new mind. Wow. I'll keep that always in your mind. I'll always keep you right there. That's what I do. You'll wander off into temptation. You begin to do other things, right, Bobby? But you will not fail because you are here with me. There's no way this association will fail. Some of you guys that have come here and are in your conflict with yourself, somehow may not know that the other associations here have undergone the conflict that you're undergoing. They have, of course. But don't try to measure it. There's no determination how much you think this is actually a sacrifice. I can't tell how much you're determined to think you're actually putting something into this to get something back.
Right.
All I can direct you to is you must put everything into it in order to know that you're real, in order to be you. You cannot now. Otherwise, you'll only get back that you put into it, right? Lesson 14. Somehow you think you can put less in and get more back, but it's just crazier than hell if you look at it. You have given it its value, and you get that value back, don't you? So you say to me, boy, I didn't put much into that, and look at all I got back. Crap. This is a law that's immutable. Cause and effect will do exactly what you do. You keep trying to con it, but it won't work. All measurement is reciprocal. Creating is only giving or the loss of a necessity to defend or to exchange. Isn't it? So you're not going to get old and sick and die. You're not going to suffer. And now some of you say, well, what am I going to do if it happens to me? Once more. What am I going to do, though? You say that to me, but what am I going to do when I have a heart attack? Give me some plans for when I have one. Dear great teacher, give me some nostrums that will provide for me when I suffer this consequence that I have in my mind. Huh? Well, which part of you is going to fail? I don't know, but some part of me will. Why? Now, well, are you ready? You're going to prove I'm wrong about this? You're liable to point to the guy that just fell over dead next to you. You just did, incidentally. You're hearing me. Guys falling over all around you. Guys ringing up. This is happening all around you, but you're just holding it here. I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. If anything is dying all around you, but it's never you. Yet it is you. And not only that, but you know that it's you. All you've really done is put off having that painful experience. Now, I can't show you revelation until you have that experience of death. Listen to me. I can't show you the situation you're in until you fall apart in yourself, right?
Right.
You associate that with the death of the body. Stay with me. I'm teaching you, I'm leading you to your death experiences. You see what I'm doing?
Yep.
You still have a retention of the body here, yet each moment it's actually dying.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Each moment that form about yourself is actually falling apart.
Yes.
You hold it together, then when it falls apart, you undergo the experience of unity.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yes.
Right. You've lost the tension of your body association. You call that physical death. Okay? But remember this, experience is experience. And the memory of undergoing it does not contain the necessity for the relief of yourself. You are now what? Remembering not going through it. All I am really doing in what you call the awakening of your energy reassociations, your memories, is encouraging you to undergo a death experience.
Yes.
This is know ye not you must be born again.
Yes.
Don't you know that you must undergo the experience of death of self? You think it's death of body, but it's not. But your highest reach of communion with God occurs at the death of yourself. So you associate the necessity to die to go with God.
Wow.
Do you see it? And this is established Christianity. Okay? Oh, look at, he's been in terrible anguish and pain with tubes up his nose. But when he died so beautifully. Wow. He had a lovely light experience. I was able to see that all these beautiful things were happening to him because he was smiling and saying, Brother Abraham, I am coming home. Okay? I wasn't feeling that, but I could see that he was. See? So as soon as I can get tubes up my nose, I can undergo this death experience, and then I can come to God. It doesn't make any sense. I want to show you how your death is connected to the ecstasy of God. Why? They're side by side. Death is time, and salvation is eternity. I want to show you that each moment you're undergoing that totally, except that you hold it in time and do that misassociation. Every time you fail, you remember yourself totally. This can be taught in a lot of different occult ways. I'm just trying to get you. Remember that this is all spirit. This is finally only your own mind doing this. But in that sense, it's a loss of self. Then it's a reassociation. Then all of the cells in your body begin to change as they become brighter in the memory of their whole association individually with reality. Then they formulate in this new harmonious mind creating, which is what you call true perception or whole mind. Okay? Do you see how individual this is? How you must undergo that? Why do you demand that some of your previous effects give you relief for your pain? They are designed to keep you in the pain. I know, teacher, but this mind's going to come along here, teacher. You're going to come into break and show you guys that moving quickly here. Please don't think that I'm measuring your concepts. I'm measuring your associations. You understand? It's not that kind of measurement. I can detect your happiness as you relinquish yourself. It's like, wow. Some of you guys are so close together in your associations, you know each other so well. You let those that can hear. Never mind confronting. You just come into your own love and let's go to God. I don't need you going out and broadcasting all of the ways in which you found this. That doesn't concern me. You can let this be a secret. It's the idea of limited communication that keeps it from being whole. There's really no secret about this. Can I really, me, individually, some of you guys undergo this experience? Yes. Yes. Oh, sure. Don't try to measure it. Measure it only as inevitable. Do you see? No matter what happens. Doesn't make any difference what happens. Did we use that little thing there to full purpose? You bet. Thank you. Never happened.
Right.
It happened only wholly as it is now. Otherwise, you'll hold on to it and say, why did that happen? You know what? I know that's what you do. It's the way you keep yourself here. And you keep asking, how did that happen? And that's a resentment. Right. Hear that? That's a resentment. Why? It means if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here the way I am. See it? The only way out of that is to say the way I am is just fine. All I am is okay here in this situation. It took everything that ever happened to me to get me to this point as what I am in my own memories. No thought then that is gone is any different than any other thought that is gone. Be thankful. Now you will have memories when you underwent some of this, and they can be recalled to give you brighter ranges of thought. Use them all. But don't judge them in association with the other conflicts that happen to you. You see? You were loved at the senior prom and you were rejected at the senior prom. What matters is the love, not the rejection. If you judge everything on the rejection or the resentment instead of the love. I've worked with many, my specialty has always been what you call resentful mind. Grievous mind. So I got there.
Yeah.
Nobody grieved about the whole thing more than I did. Some of you guys are capable of taking an association of 30 years ago and just chewing it. You'll go back to that son of a gun, you'll bring it up and you'll relive it in a different scenario. You'll reconstruct it. You'll say, if he hadn't done that, it wouldn't have happened to me. You'll just doing it in your mind. Yeah. Are you ready? That's what you're doing each moment in time.
Yeah.
And you say, memory is just past perception. It's the same thing. Boy, your demand for retribution is extraordinary, isn't it? Yet the past is already gone. How the hell are you going to change it? Amazing. And everything that you brought into this association verifies that resentment. They're designed to in your own mind. Amazing that you would do that. And if they don't agree with your resentment, you'll ask them why not. Because you've forgotten that everything is changing all the time. Amazing. You call that relationships. Sure, you hate it. No wonder you hate relationships here. You can't find any stability in them at all. There isn't any. They are inherently conflictual because they're ideas of separate things coming together, and that's impossible. Isn't that fine? And your relationship of love gets too close to it, you quick turn away from it. Because your reality is established on holding a distance between you and calling that reality. Huh? Finally, the perfect relationship is not putting anything into it, isn't it? Only what you previously, pre-mutual agreement, I'm going to put that much into it and no more. They've been married for 50 years, putting nothing into the relationship at all. Why? It closed in on itself. Well, how do you judge whether that's a perfect relationship or how are you in your own mind? It's got nothing to do with it. They will, however, be inherently selfish and be very noticeable. But they've closed in on their own specialness and will want nothing to do with the pain that's out there. A lot of Course in Miracles people do that. You can't feel the pain of their brother. You are here because you felt the pain and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do about it. If it's real, it's not repairable. It's not real. Okay? That's the real.
Wow.
That's it. Let your brightness shine.